channel. So as the title says, today I'm doing a kind of discussion, review sort of thing on Another Day by David Levitan. And I did read this book before called Every Day by David Levitan. And I did a review on it this summer and I really enjoyed the book. This is such an interesting concept because you don't really know if it's real life, if it's actually happening, or if it's just fiction. So this book is about a boy who jumps into a new body every single day. He has never stayed in one body more than one day. He jumps from different genders, from different lifestyles. He gets to experience everything. He never truly has a mother or a friend that stays the same. It's just a really touching story. Another Day by David Levitan is the story of Rhiannon and how she falls in love with this guy called A from Every Day, and kind of her struggles with falling in love with someone who changes body every single day. So the first time these two characters meet, A jumps into the body of Rhiannon's boyfriend called Justin, and they have an amazing day at the beach and they both fall in love with each other all over again. Of course, Rhiannon thinks that she's falling in love, or falling even more in love with her boyfriend that she's been together with for a year. So in this book she kind of talks more about Justin and her struggles with him as well. You kind of get to enter her world of being in love with someone who is kind of going through a hard time. Justin kind of doesn't really treat her well. You can see kind of how he has his own struggles, but he really does love her and he really does care for her, but he's just so lost. Like, they call him a lost boy. She does love him as well, and it's really difficult because she finds this attraction towards A and she can't really distinguish if it's because A was in Justin's body, so she wishes that what Justin was more like, because she's seen Justin before be kind of like it. When she discovers this secret about A, you kind of see how she has such a hard time dealing with it because he's a different gender, a different body, and she has to learn to look past that. And so for this book, I have some pretty good quotes that are related to this topic. So the first quote from Another Day that I just find to kind of be something everyone really needs to learn and something we can all carry with us on our daily life. But it is really hard because it's just like you say you can't judge a book by its cover, but ultimately you do pick the book that has the nicest cover and the one that attracts you the most. So this quote, which is a reflection of Rhiannon's thoughts, says that I find myself looking into people's eyes more than I ever did before. And I realize that's where we stop being a certain gender or color. Just look right into the center of their eye. And so this is how she kind of finds A every single day. Wherever she goes and wherever she meets A and never knows which body he's gonna be in, she always recognizes him straight away. And it's because A is still A, like the person inside is still the same person. It's the same way that they look at each other, and it's the same energy that he kind of gives out. And it's really interesting how she kind of passes this. Like, it is really difficult, but she does really overcome it. And she also says, Ryan, in this book, even though you're not my type gender-wise, you're my type person-wise. And she really does fall in love with A as a person and not gender or color or look-wise, which is just so powerful in itself. And onto the matter of her and Justin, it's really, really difficult because you can kind of relate to her story with Justin and how she keeps staying with him and she keeps trying to make him be more like A because she knows like he can be that way, but he's just kind of too lost, and she wishes that she didn't need to be there to cheer him up all the time and someone kind of would cheer her up every now and then. So it says in the book something like this: there are many things that can keep you in a relationship. For fear of being alone, fear of disrupting the arrangement of your life, a decision to settle for something that's okay because you don't know if you can get any better. Or maybe that's the irrational belief that it will get better, even if you know he won't change. Great quote. There's another reflection that Rhiannon has on A's life, and I think she learns a lot more than maybe A does. She really just has such a big character development through this story compared to A. A kind of learns to love and give up his restrictions of what he can do when he's in different bodies, but Rhiannon really learns so much more when it comes to love in a completely different way. And she also says this in the book: would it make all of us nicer, or at least a little more humble, if we had to switch every day. And I think that's true. If we had to switch body every single day, I think we'd have more respect for each other, more respect for the body that we're in, and I think we'd maybe like ourselves a little bit more as well. I did say earlier when I've been talking about these two books that you should probably read this book first, I think, before you read this book. Really, it doesn't really matter. Like, I realized that it's the exact same story. You get the exact same plot with the exact same people, the exact same amount of days. It's exactly the same. The only real difference is that they kind of have a completely different path. And something that is really interesting about these two books is that you know exactly what's going to happen when you read the second one. But the good thing about reading this one first and then reading this one is because from A's point of view in this book, at the end, you're kind of left hopeless. You kind of dread for A's future. This book is more optimistic, and I'm not saying that this book is a better ending for Rihanna, even though it is. It's a better ending for A too, because she leaves you with hope in the end of the book. And I think there's going to be a second book. So if you read every day and it seems kind of hopeless, then read this one because it makes you want to read the next book in the series much more. I think that's going to be everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The second book was a little bit more boring, but only because I knew what was happening. They're still really insightful and the writing is quite beautiful quotes. So I hope you guys all have a lovely day and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!